And joining us tonight, Dr. Michael Pillsbury, Director of the Center for Chinese Strategy at the Hudson Institute. And it's great to see you, Mike. This is a troubling moment, it seems to me, because of so many unanswered questions surrounding what is now termed Phase 1.
Yes.
We hear today that the Chinese want the president to lift the tariffs against Chinese products coming into this country as a condition precedent to buying the 40 to 50 billion of our agriculture products that they had earlier promised they would buy without condition. This looks like more of the same from the Chinese.
Well, that's the report from the phone call today by the deputies on both sides. Mm-hmm. This is part of President Trump's negotiating technique, that he's trying to let the Chinese make concessions quietly, not have leaks on either side. Mm-hmm. So far, he's got some new concessions out of China for this Phase 1. But whether it's enough to really make the deal in Chile, I think that's still to be seen. Suspense is still the order of the day.
Suspense is the order of the day, but some elements of this should not be a matter of drama. They're mm-hmm. staring us straight in the face. And that is, if true, that demand on the part of the Chinese is very close to being an act of bad faith in negotiation, having already agreed to it, ostensibly, and then to put conditions on it. Would you not agree?
I do agree. There's the prospects that they'll renege yet again between now and the summit in Chile. So I saw Peter Navarro on earlier. Right. I'm not as optimistic as Peter. I think the Chinese are either bluffing that their economy is not in trouble, mm-hmm. or they really believe that their fourth quarter is going to be, back to 6.2% again. They don't seem to behave, to me, when I was over there recently. Right. They don't act like they're panicked or afraid. Mm-hmm. But they were quite surprised back in May when the president punished them for reneging. So we may be looking at another round of this kind of punishment again from President Trump if they don't have a really good Phase 1 deal.
Yeah, it's interesting to me that it looks like this deal, success has many fathers. Mm-hmm. Failure is an orphan. This one seems like it has a Treasury Secretary for a father, and it's indeterminate as to whether or not it will succeed. I don't feel the same cohesion in the negotiating party as an outsider here that I thought I saw going back to May and yes. previous months. Is that illusory?
No, I think you're right. I think the Chinese have made a couple of concessions that are very important, and they made them publicly in China, that are designed to focus on Steve Mnuchin's background, where he came from. He was sort of a star at Goldman Sachs. He's very much involved in Hollywood movie making. So what the Chinese have done, they've passed a new law that opens up their markets to our large investment banks. They are allowing a few more Hollywood movies in, mm-hmm. and they have undone the damage they did about 6 years ago. They lost a ruling, Lou, at the World Trade Organization on credit cards. They lied. They say we're going to implement it, open our market. They never did. Yeah. So they back the world's largest credit card now. They put it in place over the last 6 years while denying the market to our main credit cards. Those people are happy. If you're an investment banker or a credit card company like Visa, MasterCard, you're happy with the Chinese. But that's not much of our public.
And if you have friends or family that lost a loved one to a fentanyl overdose in this country, or who is addicted to opiates as a result, you wonder how could we possibly in a negotiation put off the solution to that issue ahead of comfort for our investment bankers. It's a difficult phase, whether we call it one or something else.
They backtrack on fentanyl, haven't they?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, it is.
I look for the president.
Very difficult optics.
President may have to punish them again.
Yeah, well, indeed. Dr. Michael Pillsbury, as always, great to have you with us.
Thanks
so much.